this battle we just experienced in hip hop was absolutely phenomenal, and I feel that people didn't give it its due, and I feel like it didn't get appreciated as much as it should have. And the reason why I say that is that we still are experiencing some of the residuals of that stand warfare, where or you have people who are just trying to big up one artist and they downplay and put down the other, no matter what they do, no matter how dope it is. So I'm here to say, and I got to give everyone their flowers. This is what this video is about. All the major contributors in this battle, and everyone else who came in as well, the AZ Chikes, the CJ Flies, the Kai Cash, like Hitter J3, like everybody who jumped in and had tracks. We had like 40 tracks. It's incredible to see everyone be competitive and jump into it. And so, but the three main contributors, which of course I'm referring to Joey Badass, Rayvon, and Daylyt, and they were phenomenal. And for anyone who says that somebody won hands down, or that it was a wash, or that the other people stood no chance, I gotta call you out on like some crazy talk, because that did not make sense at all. All three of them came hard, and this is how I kind of delineate the battle. So one, it was great for hip hop, but we got to give credit where it's due. Rayvon had the best delivery in this whole battle, and the way he performed. So Rayvon, when he speaks, when he does his punchlines, like the way they land, you can tell he has put thought into how he crafts those and how he wants them to land on the listener's ear, and he delivers them in a way where you really feel them. And he's a good he actually is a great punchliner. Like there's some people who punchline, they try to do their punches, and the punches don't really land, or they're not as impactful. When he writes one, you can tell like, oh, he knows how to do this. Outside, because they're in a diss battle and they have to make tracks quickly. Every once in a while, they didn't quite land as well. Like I think when he did the whole, what was the line? He said, like I'm in the fourth grade. I got a 9. Like I'm in the fourth grade. It's something like that. It was kind of like, I get it, but that wasn't your best showcase. But he had some really cool. Like when he started out, whole era, he said, "Baby teeth, he ain't even got a plaque yet." And I was like, that's a good punchline. Like, it's good. And on that note, let me go ahead and bring Joey into it, because of course they're going back and forth. Joey Badass, I think, had the best overall performance out of the three main contributors. Lyrically, he was fantastic. He had good schemes, like the whole Daylyt scheme in the Red Bull Cypher in the finals, where he did the whole dog scheme, just coming out the Rayvon. And I think what was really impressive was that he had a rebuttal for everything that Rayvon had to say. Honestly, the Diddy stuff, he rebutted. He's like, I was at a party, but I was never at a freak off, and kind of like how much they, his counterparts were focusing on the Diddy angle. He was able to flip that. But all that to say that a lot of Rayvon's punches, while they were fun and they were creative and he delivered them well, Joey really rebutted just about every time, and he was rapping well. His stuff was more nuanced, more lyrically dense. And so if you're categorizing them, it's like Ray did well, and it's not that Ray isn't a great lyricist. It's not that Ray didn't do well. It's not that no one's gonna listen to Rayvon. Rayvon gained a lot of new fans from this, which I love to see. We need more of that, and I think it's gonna be fantastic for hip hop that he is getting that. If you haven't listened to the Good, the Bad, the Dollar Menu, which is his mixtape that released last month, go listen to it. I listened to the whole thing. It was an enjoyable listen, top to bottom. Like I was listening to it with my friend who's a music reviewer. I said, I haven't ran into a song I don't like. It's just that good. So he's gonna be great. In the battle though, Joey proved that he's a step above Rayvon when it comes to writing lyrics and writing lyrically dense things. And like, oh man, like I said, going back to the finals and that whole scheme about the dog scheme, with the leash and the top dog, and he even flipped TDE and stuff about the TDEs, like Joey showed that he kind of has a little battle rap chops to him, which is, I didn't expect that. With that said, we're talking about lyrical density. Daylyt, writing, the penmanship was absolutely incredible. Like, I don't understand people who are saying that Daylyt got washed. I don't understand people who are saying that Daylyt didn't say anything or that he wasn't rapping well. Daylight's rapping was absolutely phenomenal. He every line was an entendre. Like, it was punch after punch. Like, Like even in his funny punch, he said, "I feel like Trey from Don't Be a Menace punching on you bad A kids," and it's like, if you've never seen Don't Be a Menace to Society on Saturday, like that the parody movie, and how he went home, he's like beating on the kids because of the struggle that he's going with. But obviously, badass referring to Joey, and so like obviously, but there were just people who were just overlooking like the things because Daylyt, I will say, and this is where the others kind of had him beat. I think the delivery and the performance of Rayvon and Joey Badass were more palatable than Daylyt's, and I think that's the issue that Daylyt ran into in this battle with the casual audience. There are so many people who were like, it didn't really land, or I'm not getting it. And also, don't forget the production aspect. The production for Daylyt did feel rushed a good bit sometimes. Like, I actually prefer Word to My Mother. That production was actually cool. I like all the New York flips. I heard the Fabulous Breathe song sample when no one else did. Like, I was watching reactors. No one called it out in real time, but I heard it as it was happening. Then Daylyt kind of confirmed it on the last track he did, the end credits. But the mixing was a little weird sometimes, and people were saying people probably had on headphones and things like that. They were saying the music was louder than his voice. But if you're counting just writing, just penmanship, like who was writing the best and who had like entendre after entendre, slick punchlines that a lot of y'all still haven't catch. I would say that probably the majority of the people who listen to his songs didn't catch at least 80% of the stuff he was saying. Like even just like the simple thing, everyone popped. They loved it at that first start on Word to My Mother. He said like he popped, then skirted, then he got killed. Like pop like you're shooting a gun, you skirt like you're running away, you're driving the car. But a skirt like it's like a skirt like what you're wearing, and which is like in reference to a kilt, which is what Irishmen wear. So it's like Scottish, Irish. Correct me in the comments. Either way, like it's there, right? And so what's funny is that he did that line after line after line, and I saw it in real time. Even with most of the reactors, they weren't catching the very slick stuff that you could tell if you read Daylyt stuff. If obviously you can get an official lyrics breakdown, or not even breakdown, an official lyrics layout. If you read it while you're listening to it, you're more likely to catch, because basically I would say Daylyt, the way his style is, and a lot of battle rappers are like this, they write so well that it sounds better when you're reading it, because you can actually see what they're doing penmanship wise. And to be fair, in a rap battle, let's say if your argument is that Daylyt should have delivered it better or made sure that he had better production, fine, that's okay. But for anyone saying that he didn't write at an elite level or that he wasn't good lyrically, that's just ridiculous. I don't understand like where you're coming from. I don't see how you're a fan of hip hop if you didn't catch, or at the very least take your time to stop and rewind and go back over and over and over again until you caught what he was saying. And there's so many schemes. Like, man, so many people didn't catch the whole Joe Johnson scheme. A lot of people didn't catch it in the second track, not Word to My Mother, but the second one after that, the Ayo, where he responded to Loaded Lux. Oh, he was firing back at Loaded Lux. The 10,000 lux to equal Daylyt. Like, how many of y'all know what a lux is, like scientifically? It's just crazy. And just like the LUX, he said, it's crazy. But then he gets into like later on in the song, he tells his story about his house got robbed when he was younger. These two guys came in, they were shooting a shot, and the brother and all that. But the guy who shot the shot in this story that he's telling, he said his name was Joe, and a lot of people miss the fact that this is quintessential of a battle rapper. He said this very elaborate scheme where the punchline comes at the end, where he says all that, and he says the guy who shot at me, his name was Joe, and he finishes by saying Joe couldn't kill me then, and Joe can't kill me now. And it's like, that's insane. Joey Badass at no point in the whole battle had something as intricate and layered and nuanced as that particular setup. And that's why I don't get the whole. So when I pull all this together, like I said, and hopefully, because I talked about Ray for a short while, Ray is getting his just due. So hopefully, don't take me not talking about Ray as much, Rayvon as much as like a slight to Rayvon, because I feel like people are all over are acknowledging all he did on all his tracks, even back to Crash Out Heritage. Like I said, he proved himself. He's battle ready. He'll hop into a ring. I love that. Gonna get great. So I'm saying I was to say all three of them did so well that I wish that we were giving them all the appropriate credit the whole time, and that we acknowledge. So whether you think Joey won, that's fine. What do you think Rayvon? That's fine. Whether I think Daylyt won, that's fine. But don't say that at the expense of saying, oh, well, these other people were trash or they didn't stand a chance, because that's just not true. They were all worthy competitors and they all stomped. But if I put it into my order, it's basically in the three main competitors. I would say Joey showed that he beat Ray, basically. He beat Ray, and that Joey and Daylyt actually were crazy enough, because I was expecting Daylyt to just really take off on him, but he kind of brought it down and didn't, and let his production kind of wash him out a little bit. They kind of end up more like in a tie. But if you're going just off of performance, weirdly enough, since Daylight's the battle rapper, Joey kind of outperformed him, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but Daylyt completely outwrote him. So it depends on which one you weigh more in this situation. That's why I'm gonna put it at like a weird, like nebulous tie, rather than a guaranteed win for either one. But all that said, that was incredible. We need more of that. And the question of whether or not Kendrick should respond to Joey, forget that. I would love to see it. Like, let Kendrick respond. Like, don't try to police it. Don't try to make it about clout. Like, I care about battles. I wish we had rap battles consistently. Like, not beef. Now, I don't care about people having issues with each other. I actually just wish artists would rap at each other and say, who's the better rapper? And just rap nonstop. And don't try to dissuade that or try to say that so-and-so is too big to battle another person. We got some incredible stuff, and I hope that we get more. I'm interested to hear what everyone else thinks. I know everyone's putting out content about this, but I had to too, because I just had thoughts, and literally this is just like opening thoughts. I probably can go deep dive on a lot more, but I just had to say something with the moment that we were in. Thank you for listening to me. I'd love to hear what you think. Who do you think won? As a matter of fact, let's make it even more fun in the comment section. Give me like your grading for each rapper. Tell me why you think they did well, where you think they fell short. I want like detailed analysis. Let's just have like a full commentary about it in the comment section. So thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time.